Hi, folks. I'm Bill Coleman. Welcome to another edition of This is Worcester. Today, we're going to talk about sports, and we're talking about a whole bunch of things. But our first show, we're talking about sports. We'll look at the different teams, baseball, football, just things in general. And my guests are going to self-introduce themselves to you. And they're my special guest today. We're going to start off with Sam Pinto.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Sam Pinto here.
Jim Hafty.
Frederick Nathan.
We got Freddie Nathan here today. We got him in here finally to do a show with us. But a lot of news, Bill, in sports. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe what the Red Sox did. They signed Arnoldo Chapman as a closer. They gave this guy $10 million for 1 year, right? When he was with the Yankees, every Yankee fan hated this guy. This guy can't pitch anymore. Jimmy, I don't know what happened here, Jimmy.
We still can't figure out what the Red Sox are doing. Supposedly they ran on every free agent out there, but they just never signed any of them. And of course, the big news last night was Soto signing that monster contract with the Mets, and the Red Sox, they signed Chapman, so that's about equal.
Yeah, that was a slap in the face again. $765 million for 15 years. Imagine that, Bill. I was close. I said he was going to get $1 billion.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a billionaire right now for playing a kid's game. It's just a slap in the face to fans. They give him that kind of money to go to the Mets, who are horrible every year.
No, the Mets they're not a bad team. They made the playoffs last year. They'll be competitive now with Soto. So
Yeah, but they won't buy any pitching. They won't get any new pitchers.
No, but that's baseball, you know.
And that's what the Red Sox need is pitchers, Freddie.
To have a team like that, let's face it. The Red Sox, as far as Massachusetts, are the only baseball team in town. So that is why you have a lot of Yankee fans, surprisingly enough, in Massachusetts, because they're so close, to the border there. It's astounding sometimes, to think that New York, that's 150 miles from here, draws as many people as it does who are Yankee fans living here. I don't know how many fans are in New York that are in New York as the Red Sox fans, but it'll be interesting. And as for Soto, I think there comes a point where the Red Sox decided, you know what, we put our best foot forward, but I want to see what happens if they really go after any more high-priced talent.
Well, the Yankees might go after Alonso now.
yeah, he makes sense for the Yankees. They need a first baseman. They need some power. So Alonso makes sense. The Red Sox, if I were the Red Sox GM, and me and Sam should be their GM and assistant GM, the first thing I would do is trade with the White Sox for Crochet. I'd give up Meyer, I'd give up Abreu, put a couple other good prospects in the deal. That should get the deal done. Then I would turn around and sign either Burns or Fried. Because they need top of the rotation pitching. I wouldn't just get one. I would get two. And there's no excuse. They've got the money. They've got the position players that the White Sox are looking for. Breslow's got to get off his butt and actually do something instead of keep saying we're in on every free agent. Well, they're in on them, but they're signing elsewhere. So that means you're just not paying enough money. And they've got plenty of money and way under the luxury tax. So no excuse.
Maybe Chapman's an investment. If you're a smart businessman, I would say get rid of him and make $20 million. Maybe some sucker will get him.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like the Red Sox were the suckers that signed this guy. He throws hard, but he can't get it over the plate anymore.
Yeah, and he's
They
got
need
the pass.
They need starting pitching, Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. I would get two of them. I would get either Burns or Fried, and I would trade for Crochet. And they've got the prospects.
Burns a free agent
Corbin Burns a free agent, and Max Fried.
What did he do? Just sign 1 year with Baltimore?
Yeah, 1 year with Baltimore, and now he's going to get $200 million plus. Both him and Fried are going to get it, and they're going to outbid the Yankees now, and the Orioles are probably going to be in on some of these guys. Maybe Atlanta, Dodgers are always in. So take the checkbook out, Henry, and pay some of these guys.
I'm telling you, Bill, this is a shocker that they signed Chapman. I don't know if you know Chapman.
Aroldis Chapman.
He's been
yeah.
around about 15 years.
Yeah, the wife beater, yeah.
Who knows what his age is?
Yeah.
Like, what's that other Yankee that didn't tell his age? He was older. Contreras? Was it Contreras? No. That other
You
Yankee
know what
pitcher years
bothers
ago.
me?
What's that?
For all the money that they offered Soto, they could have still had Betts and the shortstop.
Bogarts, yeah. I've been saying that, I've been saying
Well,
that for years.
they defeat the purpose. They get rid of these guys because they don't want to pay them a lot of money. But then they go out trying to get these other guys that want a lot of money that equal to them, and they can't get them. So they're stuck with nothing. And they're going nowhere for the next few years. Or maybe a long time again. We're going back into darkness with the Red Sox.
But Fred, he's exactly right, because Betts signed 12 years, $365 million, which is half of what Soto's getting. And Soto might be a slightly better hitter, but Mookie's a much better base runner, way better defender.
Way better.
So,
way
so
better.
you know, in comparison, they're probably about equal. One guy got $365 million, the other got $765 million. Red Sox screwed up 4 years ago. I think they're realizing it now. But now the only way to correct it is go out and spend money and be competitive again. I mean, they're a joke.
Yeah, John
they're a
Henry's not
joke.
going to do that. Bill, you know why Soto went to the Mets? Because he didn't have to move. He's living in New York already with the Yankees. So he went to the crosstown rival. Or whatever, not a rival, but,
Oh, yeah, they're Yankees and Metro rivals, yeah.
well, they don't play in the same
No, they're
the
big
league,
rivals.
but,
And the other,
they can meet in the World Series, the Subway Series.
nah, the Yankees are, they're lost too. They're going to be like the Red Sox this year, you know. Now you can pitch around Judge without Soto in the lineup.
Yankees fans must be mad because they wanted him to stay with New York. And what a bat he was in that lineup. He did everything last year for that team.
He
was- huh?
did everything, they wanted, but let's face it, Soto made it clear, wherever I go, I want to be top dog. So, I don't think they would say to Judge, you got to kind of cool it because we need to appease Soto. I just don't know how that would have went.
But look at those three guys in the lineup.
I get it.
Soto, Judge, and Stanton. Three power hitters. It's like Murderer's Row there.
Yeah,
You know?
Stanton's iffy. He had a fantastic playoff. He's always been a great playoff guy. But, yeah, regular season, he hasn't done much the last few years. He's been hurt a lot the last few years. So you can pitch to Stanton. You can pitch to Judge, as they showed in the playoffs. Soto's the one guy you can't pitch to because he can hit everything, or he just walks, takes his base. But,
I know you're going to say something about this. Everybody badmouths Aaron Boone for being the manager. But he took him to the World Series last year. So I don't know why everybody hates this guy to get fired.
If I was Cashman, I'd fire him. Of course, if I was the owner, I'd fire Cashman too. So,
Well, everybody thinks Cashman should be fired.
yeah, he hasn't done anything.
The general manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what is our general manager thinking?
Oh, I don't-
Is he another Hein Bloom?
Breslow,
Is
yeah.
he another blooming idiot?
Yeah, blooming idiot.
A Breslow
My
idiot?
nickname, yeah.
Signing Chapman?
But here's what I don't understand about the
Must
Red
have been
Sox.
desperate.
They rebuilt the farm system. They've got one of the top farm systems in baseball. It's a little weak on pitching, but they have probably the best position players in the farm in baseball. Use them, trade them. You don't have spots for them. Anthony's going to come up next year, along with Duran and Rafaela. That'll be your outfield for the next 5-7 years. Campbell's going to play somewhere. Myers, I would trade Meyer and Abreu in a deal for Crochet. And, throw in another prospect or two, and the White Sox are going to go for it. So, but we're going to get outbid by other teams because I have no idea what the Red Sox are thinking. Basically, I think they're thinking that the Red Sox fans come spend money and no matter what, and so we don't care.
They had the whole farm up last year.
The end of
They
the
got
year.
anybody left?
They got Taylor's going to be their catcher of the future. Anthony's the number one prospect in baseball. Campbell shot out of nowhere to become a top 5 prospect in baseball. Myers is a top 5 prospect. Got a great farm system, but
Yeah, they're not keeping these stars.
well, that's what I'm saying.
we
That's why
make.
you can afford to trade one of them. So I would trade Maya, because you can replace him.
Yeah? Well, we'll see what happens. I'm telling you, this is tragic, I think. They've got to get something going there.
I'll
So,
tell you what I question. I know he has the money, but can you imagine how much the tickets are going to be, for the Mets now?
They're high already.
No.
Every
But
ballpark.
can you imagine how much they're gonna, because they'll say, hey, well, I'm
And
paying
hot,
this.
and hot dogs. And
my-
food.
Well, everything, but yeah.
This is why I say this is a slap in the face of the fans. The everyday guy and woman that are out there that are fans. They see this guy making $765 million to play a kid's game, like Otani, you know? And Otani wasn't even the MVP in the World Series. It was the other guy, Freddie Freeman.
Freeman had a great World Series.
Also, as far as Otani is considered, keep in mind, almost like, I don't know what the percentage is, but a great chunk of his money is going to be deferred, so he'll always have a check. If I understood right, I thought I heard that Otani, during his playing career, he was only going to be getting anywhere from $2 to $5 million a year, and the rest of it was all going to be deferred.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Well, wait a minute. He got $700 million. I thought he was getting $30 million this year.
No,
And
he's-
$670 was
It's-
deferred.
No,
You know, it's definitely way down to
He's
like
getting
a
most of it
single dollar.
deferred. They actually said Otani's contract in real life dollars, excuse me, is only like $450 million with all the deferred money that's gonna get paid out, so,
Who's getting the interest?
well, because it's almost like these lottery, when you hit the big Powerball numbers, you know,
But they'll be paying him the rest of his life.
they will. And plus, he's making over $50 million a year in endorsements, so, you know, he's doing well. And plus, from what I understand, the Dodgers are making like $100 million in endorsements off of Otani in Japan. So,
Bill, you know anything about Otani? You know what he does? He's a pitcher and an outfielder. So he pitches one day, and 4 other days he plays the outfield, and he gets the bat. Not since Babe Ruth has the fans seen anything like that. That's what Babe Ruth was when he joined the Red Sox in 1914. He was a pitcher and an outfielder. Then he went to the Yankees. They said, we don't want you pitching anymore. We want you hitting.
And we should add one more thing. How many people who, I don't know how many bases Babe Ruth stole.
Yeah, 2.
Otani had like,
he was like Big Papi, slow.
yeah,
he had like 50 stolen bases.
59,
That's
I think,
insane.
Who? Babe Ruth?
Otani.
No, Otani.
Otani?
I'm like,
Well, they don't
really?
want him stealing bases because they don't want him to get hurt.
Well, luckily, he got hurt in the World
I saw him
Series,
steal a
but,
base, I think, in the World Series, and he wasn't that fast.
He got thrown out and he hurt his shoulder, remember? But fortunately, Freeman stepped up, and the other guy that stepped up, I don't know if Red Sox fans remember him, Mookie Betts had a great playoffs, too. Well, I still don't understand why the Red Sox can't get guys like that.
Yeah, I know. They should have kept him, but they let people go. But Otani, Bill, like Babe Ruth, is a pitcher and we call a two-way player. You know?
Not too many of them.
I don't know if the Dodgers want him to pitch next year. They said he was going to let him, but what do you think, Jimmy?
Oh,
Think
he's going
it's
to
a-
pitch.
think it's a good idea?
Yeah, well, yeah, if he can pitch. Dodgers are going to go to a 6-man rotation, so he's only going to pitch once a week. Assuming his arm's back to normal, I mean, that's his second surgery like that, so it's always risky. But he's going to pitch.
You know
Hey,
who's a big
guys.
Dodger fan? You know who's a big Dodger fan? Shane, the bus driver.
Hey, guys, can we change course here just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, since we are talking about sports. The Patriots. What do you think?
Who are they?
No, come on. No, let's be serious now.
What? They got a week off. They should take the rest of the year off.
I think there are some good things, but unfortunately, the Patriots decided they were only going to spend so much money. I don't know how much under the cap they are still. You know, at some point, the fans are going to say to Kraft, all right, good. You won back, you know, when Brady was here, but now since Brady's not here, what have you done for me as a fan? No, what have you given me?
See this guy,
it's-
he knows about the
it's-
cap.
Yeah, they're projected right now to have the most money in the league next year, $130 million in salary cap money to spend.
Wow.
They've got the hard part now. They've got the good young quarterback, which is really hard to get. Now you got to take the $130 million and you got to sign 2 offensive linemen. You need an edge rusher. You need a number 1 receiver. You got the money to do it. You're going to pick in the top 3, 4, 5 at the worst, if not 1, in the draft. there's no reason with good management, which is definitely a question mark with Wolf and Mayo right now, with good management, why you can't fix this team in 1 year and be super competitive next year and for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And then as long as we're talking about football, we got Bills Eagles. They're still killing it. 11-2, Bill.
Hey,
You must be a happy camper.
I'm happy.
Yep, they just pulled it out yesterday,
Yeah.
you know, hanging around. Look like they want to make a run for it. Bill.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, their crosstown rival. They're hanging around.
I think they play each other this week, don't
Huh?
they? I think they play each other, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia this week. Should be a
This
good
week,
game.
this
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah, it should be a good.
Where are the
some good
Patriots
games.
this Sunday?
Patriots out at Arizona, so the Patriots are probably looking at 4 more losses than the year unless they shock somebody, so.
What was their last game they played? Who was they played? That was a close game.
Indianapolis, they blew it at the end, but
Oh, yeah.
there's one difference with this team and the other team. I mean, this team's just not that good, but you have to learn how to win tight games. And the old Brady days, we won a lot of tight games. This regime, the last couple of years, this team just doesn't have the heart, the mental capacity, whatever, to close out a game and win a close game.
I think it's Detroit in the NFC, and Kansas City in the AFC. But Philly's knocking on the door
Philly
where Detroit is.
and Detroit look like the class of the NFC. Kansas City, Buffalo still.
Pittsburgh and Buffalo is knocking
Yeah.
at the door.
Yeah, there's a few teams. Something about this Houston team that hasn't played well this year. They still got a lot of talent. I wouldn't be shocked if they made a run in the playoffs either.
How about Kansas City wins the game yesterday? The field goal hit the goalpost to win the game. Almost lost it. What luck, huh?
Kansas City's just, like I say, you got to know how to win close games, and they seem like they do.
He kicked it, Bill. The ball went to the left. It looks like he was going to miss it. It hit inside the post and went over the goalpost, and they won the game. So Kansas City's got the best record, I think, in football right now.
They're tied with Detroit, 12.
Two-time champions and going to be a three-peat,
Yeah, they know how to win games.
unless the Lions
So,
can
Fred, what do
surprise
you
everyone.
think the Patriots should do to fix the team?
Obviously spend some money. You know what bugs me too about the Pats right now? You have the ball, and you're threatening, and you only need to come up with maybe 1 yard, and you can't seem to make it. You're 3rd and 1. It is inexcusable why this quarterback does not attempt a quarterback sneak. At the NFL, when Brady was playing, everyone knew Brady was going to pull a quarterback sneak. And they tried to stack the line to prevent him, and they couldn't stop him. I mean, and Brady was supposed to be not that fast, not that agile, a big lumbering guy that just happened to be able to throw the ball. Why can't this, I don't know if they didn't want to put him in that kind of situation, but somebody should play some tapes.
Well, you're
and
talking about
show-
Brady when he first came up?
No, well,
And
to his
show
career, he
this
was
May-
great with the quarterback sneak. Well, quarterback sneak isn't about so much talent. It's being smart and knowing exactly where to hit the crease and stuff. And
True.
in May, I don't think he's ever done it before, so something
Well,
the
they
coaching
should
staff.
practice with
Yeah, there's a lot of things this coaching staff should be practicing. But
Well, May's starting to show he can scramble and throw.
Oh,
so-
absolutely.
he's the
You
real
know?
deal. They hit the jackpot with May. He's going to be a franchise quarterback as long as they keep him healthy. So sign some linemen next year, keep him healthy.
Where's my guy Joe Milton? Where's he? Is he still sitting on the sideline?
He's still on the practice squad, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But May is, he's coming around. He's coming around, but,
He's got the talent.
huh?
He's got the talent. He reminds me of Josh Allen. That's what he reminds me of. He gets out of the
Oh,
pocket.
wow.
He can run. He's got the size like Allen. Yeah, he's got that type of ability. Now you need the coaching to develop it, and you need some skilled players to go with him. He's made some of those average receivers pretty good. Now you need the alpha receiver. They got to go out and get an alpha receiver in the offseason.
Well, remember, Brady, his first couple of years, he wasn't that great. You
No,
know, and
yeah,
then he just
yeah.
broke out.
The defense, but they had a great defense back then. With
They had
Seymour,
they had a
Will
great,
Falk,
they had a great field goal kicker.
Vinatieri. Yeah.
You know that guy you forgot to mention a couple of shows ago?
Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri. He won two Super Bowls with that
Yeah.
that foot.
Yeah. He won the snow game, the tuck game, or the greatest
Yeah.
kick ever.
Who hold the record for a field goal? 63 yards back in the day.
Tom Dempsey?
Yeah, half
Yeah.
a foot.
Half a foot, yeah.
He only
no
had a half a
odds.
foot, Bill.
Yeah.
You remember this guy?
Wow.
He had a flat shoe in the front. And he would kick the ball 63 yards.
Now they kick him 60 yards like they're nothing.
Yeah, what was the one? What's the record? 68 now?
67, something like that.
I
Yeah,
don't know what
it's-
game it was the other day, but they were talking about someone who was gonna try a 72-yard field goal.
It's
Wow.
crazy, but
I'm
yeah.
still figuring out how a quarterback can throw the football 70, 80 yards and a Hail Mary. You know, you see him staring, he flings the ball, and I just watch the ball go through the air. There it goes, there it goes. I said, how's he throwing it that far? Oh my God, it can't be human. You
Yeah,
know?
you gotta have yeah, the kid Milton supposedly can do that. He can throw it 80 yards in the air, they said. So hopefully, you're right. I do agree. At some point, I'd put him in a game just to give him a little, get his feet wet. let him
Jimmy,
play
you
a
wanna
little.
say congratulations to somebody?
Oh, I got a little shout out to my two nephews, Danny Garofoli and Joey Hafty, who are two of the best chefs. If you ever get a chance, have them cook for you. Danny is the grill master. He's unbelievable on the grill. When we go away on trips, Saratoga, 10, 12 guys are fighting to get in line 8 first. And Joey was the #1 chef in the Navy. He was recruited to cook for the General Pete Pace, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He's cooked for admirals. He had the pleasure of cooking for President Trump last time he was in office. So I promise I give him a little shout out to the two best chefs I've ever known. You ever get a chance to have those guys cook for you? Have them cook for you.
Are they sports fans?
They're big sports fans. They're big horse racing fans. We go up to Saratoga together. We have a blast, have a few cold ones, nice dinner, and lose some money at the racetrack.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about them to say congratulations. West Boylston, high school.
Oh, West Boylston, 3-time state champs, yes. Shout out to the West Boylston football team. They won
That's
the
right.
Division A, yeah.
That's where Jimmy comes from, West Boylston right
Yeah,
now.
and if a few of you had a chance, they were actually on Channel 38. You could have watched the game, and yeah, give the kids credit. 3 straight titles in a row. First team to do that under the new format. So shout out to West Boylston.
There was a team in high school they showed on the news. The quarterback threw a Hail Mary, and it was Alla, Doug Flutie, and Phelan.
Yeah, I
And
remember
they
that.
caught it and won the game. I forgot what town that was in Massachusetts. But you very rarely see those Hail Marys.
Oh,
Bill,
yeah.
you know what a Hail Mary is? Huh?
Oh,
You
yeah.
sure?
Oh, yeah.
You all right, Bill?
I remember Doug Flutie when he was playing in New Jersey. Remember when Trump owned the team in New Jersey and they had Doug Flutie down
Oh,
there?
yeah.
The Generals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Generals. That was quite the
Well, he was in
Mary.
Canada before that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Played up in
he
Canada.
won a bunch of titles up in Canada, yeah.
Didn't he play for the Bears?
I think he played at Bears. I think Buffalo a little bit,
Was he back up to Jim McMahon?
I think for a little while it was. I think didn't he play end his career with the Patriots? I
Yeah,
remember,
he came to the Patriots.
and Belichick had him do a drop kick for the extra point, which was just a great, classy move, and But you're right about Flutie. Flutie was just I saw him in fit and field against Holy Cross. Of course, it was a mismatch, but great guy. I actually got to see his band when I went to the Super Bowl in Phoenix. The Flutie band was playing. I had a long conversation with him. Real personable guy, great guy. Classy guy.
Is he taller than you?
Not much taller than me.
I know.
He's not a big
He
guy.
was a scrambler. He drove defenses crazy.
He was just a great quarterback.
And every time BC came to Holy Cross, they would kill him.
Yeah,
And Father Brooks ended that.
yeah, I know.
He said, we don't want them playing against each other anymore.
Well,
We're
it's-
going to end this.
They didn't want to give out scholarships and recruit.
And then a year later, Father Brooks wanted the Canadian football team to come and use the field. So I couldn't understand why he
Guys,
didn't
I
want.
have a little question for you. What do you think about fan support for the local teams, like the Bravehearts, the Woo Sox, the Whalers? Just curious.
Let me tell you something. The pandemic, and not to bring this up,
Okay.
but it kind of kills sports in every city. I think. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, all those teams seem to draw pretty well. Woo Sox, Bravehearts, they do a nice job with all the fan, and the Reelers, with all the fan appreciation stuff, and, get the fans involved. They seem like they draw well. I want the Woo Sox, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the country, I think, for minor leaguers.
Well, I'm saying if we didn't have that pandemic when the Worcester
Yeah,
Red Sox
well.
were coming here, the fan base would be powerful right now in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Plus of inflation and everything.
Oh, it's a
Nobody
great,
wants to go out to these games anymore
but
because
that's a great
it's too
value.
expensive.
No, but those games aren't. It's like $10 to get in, you know, and, if you can bring a family there for $100, you know, in Red Sox, that's one ticket.
Yeah, but I went to the game when it was $1.25 to get in.
That was a long time ago, Sammy.
I know. Isn't that something?
That's when we paid 25 cents a
Now it's
gallon for
$200
gas.
for a ticket.
Yeah, if you want a good seat, yeah.
200 for a ticket.
Yeah, so
Oh,
a
it's
guy
50.
can make 765 million.
Yeah, $50 to park,
That's
$15.
$200 they can spend on groceries.
How much are the sausages now?
I think the cheapest ticket's 40, 50
No, the
bucks.
sausage sandwich?
Yes,
They're like
sausage
$10 now.
10
10,
bucks.
12 bucks out in the
10,
street.
$12, yeah. You gotta get one when you go, but yeah.
Well, Henry wanted to get rid of all those vendors when he first took over the Red Sox.
Really?
Outside.
Then he brought them all inside, you know, and he fences it off, so, anyway, he likes to make money, he doesn't wanna spend it anymore, so.
When I go hang around outside the ballpark, in my bag, I bring my own sausage, it's already cooked, and a bun with onions and peppers on it, and then I take it out and make it look like I bought one.
Yeah, you steal the mustard too,
Call
probably?
me frugal.
Henry don't want to spend the money too much because he has his other interests, like the Liverpool
Yeah, the Penguins,
soccer there, so.
yeah, Pittsburgh Penguins, he's got his hand in
Let
everything.
me tell you
But
something.
he's got plenty of money,
He's
spend
a
it.
shady character.
Yeah, he's become a shady character, yeah.
All right,
Really?
listen, we got 1 minute left, then we're gonna go into part 2. But next minute, predictions for this year.
For who?
Red Sox.
Oh, they're gonna get killed with Chapman as the closer.
Yeah, if they go on and do what I say, they bring in 2 starting pitchers, I don't think they can make the playoffs, so their lineup's gonna be solid, but
But do they repeat as 81 and 81 last year?
they should be
Better?
better. They've gotta add pitching, I
Well,
gotta
O'Neill's
think.
gone, Tyler O'Neill's gone,
He's
that
gone,
bat's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
They got something up their sleeve maybe we don't know about.
They could have something up their sleeve, but just, keep in mind just one thing. The Red Sox were 81 and 81, but they had a bad record at home. They were like 5 games under 500 at home.
Yeah.
the bullpen killed them, they need an ace in a rotation, so there's no excuse not to go out and get one.
They were a hitting team last year. They
can-
were a
can
good
hit.
hitting team.
They gotta improve the defense.
Good
a little,
defensive team, too.
Nah, the infield was really weak.
All right, folks, thank you for joining us here on This is Worcester. We'll be back with more sports, more talk about what's going on in the city and what's going on around New England. And I want to thank our sports fans for sharing their insight. And we'll be back in a few minutes. So thanks a lot for joining us. Take care.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought that ball.
Now,